Today we're gonna take on the great challenge of whether or not you should use soap on your cast iron pan or you shouldn't use soap on your cast iron pan. They're called soapers or non-soapers, and I'm sure I'm gonna get screamed at in the comments for this one, so bring it on. Okay, so these are Lodge brand cast iron pans. Lots of people love them. They're like a very well-loved brand, and they're kind of about a mid-range cast iron pan. But they come pre-seasoned. We've done our research, we checked their website, so we don't have to season these before we use them, but we do need to get them dirty. So we're gonna cook some chicken on them, get them all disgusting, and then we're going to clean them or not clean them. That is the question. Okay, we've cooked up all of our chicken and now the pans are equally dirty, at least we feel. Like this one's pretty crusty, so is this one. We've got lots of chunks of chicken on it and bits and grits. So now we're gonna clean. This pan with the green paper clip is the one that's gonna have, that we're gonna do soap on it, and this one is gonna be no soap. We just need to be able to like keep them separate because they're the exact same pan. We don't wanna mix them up. We're starting off with the no soap method. And the reasoning behind the no soap method for the people who don't like to use soap on their cast iron pans is that the seasoning comes from like the oil and the fat when you're cooking. So if you're using dish soap on this, dish soap is gonna cut grease and fat and lift all of that up off of there. So that's gonna like affect the seasoning. So we're just gonna clean it with some water and a scrub brush and go from there. All we're doing is water and a stiff scrub brush to get started here. Okay, pouring this out because I want to see what's happening. Oh, okay. It's lifting, but we've got a lot of work ahead of us here. I should say I'm using warm, like hot water. I'm not using cold water, which most people don't wash their dishes with cold water, but sometimes I read the comment section and I just wonder about the state of the world, so. So this is just the water and a scrub brush method, no soap. We could add some salt if we want to, which I think we might have to if we want to get this. Or is this like, do you want to keep that? Is that flavor? So a secondary option with the water and the scrub brush method, if you can't get everything off, is to add a little bit of coarse salt. The fourth option is to put some warm water on the stove and heat it up and then scrape it off with like a wooden spatula or spoon or something like that. We're gonna try this one first. It is harder than a regular like Teflon pan, I'm already gonna say that. So, but I know how much some of you love your cast iron. Now it's time to upset the interwebs. Do you want me to say that? Interwebs, I know, it's so. Now it's time to piss off the internet. So we're going to go as a soaper on this second pan that is built up and just as dirty as the last one. So the science behind using soap on the cast iron pan is that the oil and the fat are going to build up over time and they eventually create like almost a plastic-like polymer bond shield, so that like the soap isn't gonna do anything to wreck your seasoning on your cast iron pan. Did I say that right? Kind of. Actually creates a polyamorous, polymerized. Like polygamy, polymerized. Wait, somebody. Okay, we got it. Okay.
Teleprompter.
The oil and the fat and the oil in the seasoning cooked at a high heat creates a polymerized bond that's gonna like protect the whole entire thing, so it doesn't matter if you use soap on it. And that's how we're gonna get it clean. All right, here we go. We're going to soap this baby up with some Dawn dish soap. and a little bit of water, create some suds. See what happens. Pretty clean. Mm-hmm. One of the hardest things to combat with your cast iron pans is going to be rust. So actually, if after you use them and clean them, whichever method you clean them with, it's a good idea to heat them up again and just like let them fully, completely dry out so you don't have a rust problem. This is the no soap pan, so I want to show you how well it came clean. It looks actually fantastic, to tell you the truth. But I would say that the most stuff came off of it when I boiled it on the stove and scraped it with the wooden spatula. Okay, and it's fully dry, looks great. Now we've got the soap pan, which was easier to clean, and it came sparkling clean too. So honestly, I'm gonna say they both came the same amount of clean. If you want me to choose what I wanna use, I would, if I cooked raw chicken in a pan, I wanna clean it with soap afterwards. That's just who I am as a human being. Also, it was way faster to clean it with soap. This took like a much longer time, like about 10 minutes to get it done. This took like 3 minutes. When you clean your cast iron pan, you need to season it afterwards, so that's gonna help with prevent against rust as well. And you wanna do the whole entire thing, the inside and the outside, and just make sure you cover like every single inch of it. Which, I'll start cooking a little bit on this thing, but it's starting to seem like a lot of work. Looks brand new after you do that. I'm literally scared of like chipping my quartz too, so. Okay, remember, this is the right one. We gotta make sure we don't mix them up. Oh, look how pretty it looks. Okay, next. Okay, so let's let those soak in. Now that we've seasoned these, we're going to heat them up on the stove just to like bake in the seasoning so that it doesn't go rancid. And this is just like a regular maintenance thing, okay? After you've washed your cast iron pan. If you're gonna do the whole entire season, bake in the oven, that's a whole entire different YouTube video. We're not doing that today, okay? There you go. We have some spotlessly clean cast iron pans. Now, what I want you to do is go into the comments and tell me if you are soap, or team no soap, and then fight it out with each other. And then if you are someone who has had a cast iron pan for like 20, 30, 40 years, some of these are like heritage items or heirloom items, and they get passed down through the generations, and you've kept yours in pristine condition, how did you do it? And tell us how you did it. Like, subscribe, and bye.